Yay! We're live.
Welcome to the Superbowl halftime show. This is a spectacular event put on by the SCQS Crew. And we are super excited to be here with you tonight, Super Bowl Sunday, to give you our mid-game analysis, our Razor's Edge expert mid-game analysis with Brian April and Juan DeVivo and myself. So we're going to kick it over to you first, Brian, for a comment as we're halfway through. We've only got 20 minutes, so we got to keep it going along.
We got only 20 minutes. So far, it's been an amazing game. I have been surprised by Tampa Bay's ability to slow down Kansas City, and I think Kansas City has been shooting themselves in the foot with all these penalties. I want to keep it short and brief. We're going to pass it over to Juwan. What are your thoughts so far in the first half?
Well, I did it. I unmuted it. There's kids here. I'm at my friend's house watching the Super Bowl. My hatred for Tom Brady continues, and it grows. And it only gets bigger and bigger as the time goes by. Being a Jaguars fan, he's beaten us twice in the AFC Championship game, so it's ruined 2 Super Bowls for me. So, but I'm rooting for KC and just watching them. They're kind of struggling, so it's a bummer right now. But at least I've got wings and we got chocolate chip cookies. That's helping.
And that's the important thing. And if you're just joining us and you haven't been paying attention to the Super Bowl, it is 21-6 right now in favor of Tampa Bay. And I got to just throw it to you, John. How did we get to this score?
Well, I think both teams scored some points is what got us to this point. Mm-hmm. There's from what I understand, you get points when you run the ball into the end zone, and you get points when you kick the ball through the goalposts. And it was a combination of both of those things that allowed us to get to where we are now. I've always wanted to do color commentary for sports. The only thing standing in my way is I don't like football and I don't know anything about it.
I think you'd be good.
Well, the truth, and I'm not kidding about this, I didn't even know who was playing in the Super Bowl until kickoff time, until they came out before they came out onto the field for the coin toss. And that's what I would like to analyze, for my part of this would be the coin toss. I think that the coin toss was I think it was well executed. I think both teams did a pretty good job of finding a position on the field where they could see where the coin landed and determine whether it was heads or tails.
Do you agree with the ref's call?
What's that?
Do you agree with the ref's call?
With the ref's call?
Yeah, on whether it was heads or tails.
Well, I would have liked to have seen an instant replay.
Yeah, replay of this.
But I assume that they've got cameras at different angles on that. And so I think the call was fair. Okay. But we're gonna get into more of my analysis a little later on. Again, I don't know anything about football, but Juwan does. Juwan knows so much about football, in fact, that he put a video together before this game happened. Isn't that right, Juwan?
Mm-hmm. Yep, pre-recorded.
Yeah, so this is a pre-recorded video.
Played by.
Made what?
It's pre-recorded, but we're going to play it live.
Right. I haven't seen this yet, but this is Juan DeVivo's pre-recorded video, Super Bowl commentary and predictions. And here we go.
Recorded halftime report. Brought to you by Nintendo Virtual Boy. We promise it won't make you blind.
Thanks, guys, and welcome to the pre-recorded halftime report. Super Bowl 55 well underway. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs battling it out. A lot of football so far, so we got a lot to cover. Let's take a look at the Hormel Chili scoreboard. Hormel Chili. It's in a can. There it is, the scoreboard so far, and it's a tight contest as we knew it would be. Those are numbers. Tom Brady has completed a lot of passes in this first half, and he'll have to do that more so in the next half. Patrick Mahomes, the same thing. He's going to have to complete passes too. That's how football works. For the Bucs, Tom Brady's been throwing the football, and he's going to have to do a lot more of that in this next half. So my 3 things for Tom Brady to have to do is complete more passes and score touchdowns. And number 3, they're going to have to execute their plays properly, because that's what you got to do. And this is a big game. You got to think about those things. Here's my path to victory for the Kansas City Chief. Patrick Mahomes will also have to complete passes. He will also have to score touchdowns. And all the other fellas on his team, they'll have to execute their plays properly. Strangely enough, the path to excellence and success for either team is exactly the same strategy. Guys, while we're at it, let's have a look at the graphic brought to you by Heinz Purple and Green Easy Squirt Ketchup. Heinz Purple and Green Ketchup. It's different colors, y'all. There were runs up the middle, there were passes to the side, there were plays gone up and down the field. Now, the best stories tonight aren't even on the field. You see some of the players, their families are in the stand rooting them on. Some of them have moms in the stands, some of them dads in the stands. Some of them mom and dads, and even their brothers and sisters are in the stands as well. Also, wives are in the stand tonight. So that can make a difference in the game tonight. So in the second half, what you're going to look for is those family members either being excited or disappointed, depending on the way that their team that they're rooting for goes. So as we get back to the game, expect a lot more football, a lot more throwing of that football, a lot more carrying of that football. You heard it here first.
This has been the pre-recorded halftime report. Brought to you by Heinz Baked Bean Pizza with cheese.
Now, you're not going to get analysis like that on any of the major networks. That clearly is amazing analysis. That was brilliant, and that was done even before the game. That was done last week.
It was pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sensational.
I think Juwan has a future in being a psychic as well.
Heinz ketchup. It's different colors.
That video was 2 minutes, and that was all of my football knowledge. In case, just kind of condensed into 2 minutes there. So I hope that was informative.
It was great. I especially like the way the other commentators didn't. They were stunned. They couldn't. Yeah. They didn't even have a comment.
Yeah, they're. When I talk, everybody listens. That's the way that works.
Mm-hmm.
So, John, you really do not know anything about football, or very little.
I know very little about football. We need to get an update here. We got 20 minutes. What's the timekeeper say on the score? So we've got all right, we're at 12 minutes. All right.
No timeouts left.
No timeouts left. No, sincerely, I know. I understand that it's played with a football. I understand that there are two teams both trying to get to their end zone, and I know a little bit, but I don't know much about football. So would you like to test that?
We are going to test that knowledge, and you can play along as well if you are not familiar with football, or if you are. We are going to just see the level. We have Juwan and I have some questions for John. It's a little bit of trivia. All right, so John, what is a quarterback?
A quarterback is the guy who takes the snap and throws the passes and does the handoff. He's kind of the guy in charge on offense on the field.
That's correct.
Ding, 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 right?
Yeah, absolutely. Ding, ding, ding. So we're showing that you do have some knowledge. So we're gonna move on a little bit more now. What is a nickelback?
Nickelback is the name of a band that has played in the halftime show. Right? Nickelback is the band that got really, really popular, so popular, sort of like Tom Brady. They got really popular, and everybody started to hate them because they were popular.
Yeah.
Yep. And they took some opportunities from Jacksonville as well. That is also correct. That is also correct.
So do I get points for that one too?
You do. You get points for that one. Wasn't quite the answer we were looking for, but it passes. All right. I'll do one
that I thought.
That's right. We'll do the next one. Okay, John, what is a crackback?
A crackback. Are you? It sounds like you're making that. Oh, a crackback is the team chiropractor.
Juwan, is he correct?
Yeah,
You allow it. There you go.
Yeah.
Judge Juwan allows it. You're 3 for 3 in football trivia right now. You are killing this. You're absolutely killing this.
Genius. I should be doing color commentary. I know more.
You absolutely. You do. Juwan, do you have a question for John, or should I keep going?
We're doing plays or positions still?
Whatever.
Okay, we were gonna do a couple of
do a couple plays.
If you ever played John Madden, you probably know one of these. Do you know what a draw play is?
A draw play. A draw play is. I know it doesn't have anything to do with markers or charcoal.
Take those on the field.
I think a draw play is when the quarterback takes a snap and he goes back like he's going to hand off, and then he throws a pass.
Oh,
ooh,
that's close.
Was it close?
It's the opposite. It's the one where he fakes a pass and hands it off.
Very close, but not bad.
That's good. That's called a play action. If you wrote that down in your notes.
So the opposite of a draw play is a play action.
Yeah.
There you go. A delayed handoff to the back.
Right. All the guys are like, well, we know what it is, right? Well, of course, most normal guys know what this stuff is. The point that we're making is that I really am an imbecile about football. All right.
Juwan, you got one more? Yeah.
Flea flicker.
A flea flicker?
Yeah.
What's a flea flicker?
That's a play. It's a play.
Okay. Now I could say something silly here about pets and ticks and things on, but I'm gonna say
there's a lot of hairy guys on the field, so
I'm gonna say a flea flicker is not a pass, but it's more of a lateral to the side, or maybe it's a short pass. It's a short pass over the line of scrimmage. Is that a flea flicker?
Oh, so since it's a flick, you think if the flick part is like a short pass.
Right.
Okay.
If I was naming a short pass over the line of scrimmage, I would call it a flea flicker.
Yeah, Tom, just flick it. You just flick it right over there. Yeah.
Right.
No, that's not it.
Is it close?
The quarterback hands off to the running back, and the running back runs with it, but then he turns around and throws it back to the quarterback. And then the quarterback, it's usually a long pass downfield because they think it was going to be a run play, but then they reverse it and throw it back to the quarterback.
Is that a thing that they do often? Because
no, that's a trick play.
I was going to say, because that seems like a waste of time to do
It
that.
takes a long time.
That seems like a lot of effort for something that probably wouldn't work. Because I think in order for that to work, the guys on defense would have to be pretty dumb, wouldn't they? I mean, slow.
You know, they're playing football for a reason. They're not actually, in a university library writing on a chalkboard.
Okay.
It is not the Tampa Bay rocket scientists.
So a flea flicker would only work on football players. It wouldn't work with other people. Okay.
Julia thought it was jumping on the members of the opposing team.
Okay. All right. So I guess I'm like 50% now. Is that it? Or those
not bad?
Oh, we got a couple more quick ones.
Okay. What's the time? What time have we got?
How much time do we have?
Oh my God!
Oh, 6 minutes. Oh, we got 6 minutes. All right, I'll do one more.
Yep.
We'll do one more. What is a personal foul?
A personal foul is passing gas in the locker room.
Yeah.
I know. A personal foul is something like unsportsmanlike conduct or something like that, where it's not actually an infraction on some sort of game rules, but it's more of a you're being rude and unkind on the field is a personal foul.
Okay.
You're incorrect. It's everyone's own private chicken. Or chook, as we learned. Yep. See, Julia, it's bringing your own chicken. Yeah. That is a personal foul.
A personal foul is bringing your own chicken. See, I'm supposed to be the one who doesn't know anything about football, Brian.
Yeah, you can't rent those. You got to bring your own.
No, you have paperwork to fill out. It's a complicated thing. That's why you don't see it very often.
I've never seen it. I've seen enough football games to know that I've heard the personal foul called, and I've never seen a chicken on the field ever.
Well, this might be the game. This might be the game.
I was going to also allow if you start talking about the person's family, or their past, something that a secret from their past, then it's personal.
They're like personal foul.
But you are indeed correct. That is the other correct football version of personal.
Okay, I got a question for you, and we got to keep this going here. We've only got 4 minutes left, you guys. We got to keep going. It's going to be. We don't want to have the extended weekend here. See what I did? Woo! No, the question the thing that I don't understand is unnecessary roughness. I don't understand what that play is. I've heard that called before, and it's like, what's the line between necessary roughness and unnecessary roughness?
Yeah, I guess football is rough in its own thing,
right.
But, I guess if you're bending their leg the wrong way, that's unnecessary. But if you're bending it the right way, you're putting their ankle up around their ears or something. Hey, buddy.
That's
encouraging. We got a visitor.
Hey, cool. So if there's unnecessary roughness, is there such a thing as not enough roughness? Like, can you get called for that? Or it's like you were not rough enough and that's a foul? No. All right.
Oh, he just went mute. Okay. Sorry. The halftime is still going. I am checking. And I got to tell you, not that anyone cares about this, but the set that they are on looks a lot like the singing porta potty set. I'm not going to lie.
Really?
It does. Yep. From Indiana, the singing porta potty set, it does kind of look like that, and or a graveyard, one of the two. So we're just keeping an eye on the show here.
Keeping an eye on the weekend. Okay. Well, let us know as we go. How much time we got left? Oh, she's going to put the thing down. See, we're under. It's almost a 2-minute warning here for our halftime show, and we're under a time crunch here. So I wanted to give my analysis of what I do understand to you guys, and feel free to add if you want. But I'm going to make comments on the commercials. We're at halftime here. We've seen a lot of commercials, and I want to give my analysis of those. First, the Matthew McConaughey got flattened out to like a sheet of paper, and then slid into a vending machine and tried to steal a bag of Doritos. Did you see that? Like he used his flatness to try to make off with a bag of Doritos for free. And it didn't work because the Doritos actually inflated him inside the machine. And I felt like there was a message there for America that now is not the right time to turn to larceny, even though times are tough and there's a lot of people, a lot of work, you still shouldn't steal chips.
Yeah, it just doesn't pay off, does it?
I took a different message, which was Doritos are going to make you fat.
That was the message, wasn't it?
It really was.
I thought they were saying something about Matthew McConaughey's acting. Like finally, he's a three-dimensional character.
Finally, he's playing something that he. Then I think that there's the other thing that I learned is that once the lockdowns are over and we're able to go out again, we still have to worry about falling lemons from the sky. Yep. And the solution is going to be what it's always been, and that's alcohol. When the lemons start falling from the sky, we can turn it into alcohol, and everything will be fine. And then 57 seconds, and finally, the commercial that has warmed my heart the most has been the one where all of the people, all the celebrities, come out through a portal in order to flip over a beer truck and deliver beer to the convenience store to that couple. It's good to see humanity united around something important.
That was really heartwarming.
Again, yeah, it was very heartwarming. Again, when life throws you lemons, when there's a big disaster, it turn to alcohol. And if for some reason your alcohol truck turns over, everyone's going to come together and help right right the ship, so to speak.
And deliver.
And I am still watching, by the way. I think we could probably go with some more of the trivia that we have planned for you, because right now it is something really creepy. A bunch of marshmallow head men dancing around like crazy. I think they got a hold of the alcohol. So
are you suggesting that even though we're in negative time now, that we continue the halftime?
This is overtime. Sudden death halftime overtime.
Brian just proposed sudden death overtime for our halftime show. All right. So what trivia do we have? Is there something prepared from Juwan?
Well, I mean, we have some things, pictures for you to look at. Let's do you want to do NFL players that have been in movies?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got there's 2 half credits. You can name the movie or the player or both.
Okay.
So let's see what's first. What's the first one?
I'm probably going to do great at this.
Okay. This is, so you can name the movie and get a half credit, obviously.
The movie is Goonies.
And do you know the football player? His name?
Chunk.
They probably called
That's what they called him in the locker room. That was his football nickname.
The sloth. Sloth is the character. I messed that up before.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So do you know the character or the football player, Brian?
I do. See if any of our viewers know.
Jeff says Lyle Alzado.
No, it's not Lyle Alzado.
No.
I can't see the comments.
Oh, okay.
Sujay wants. Do I need to watch Goonies? Yes, you do.
Yeah,
if you
he was a famous
football like me, you got to watch Goonies.
He was a famous Oakland Raider.
That was
Going once.
Did that ring
Going twice. Give us the answer, Juwan.
That's Jason Matuzak, or was it?
Yeah, John Matuzak.
John Matuzak. Yeah.
John Matuzak.
Yeah, John Matuzak.
Okay.
I don't have my slideshow with me.
Okay.
And incidentally, I don't believe that that's actually what he looked like in real life.
No, what's the next slide? There's his. See, I put the cards of football.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Defensive end of the Raiders. All right, what's the next one?
Yeah, he looks nothing like that in the movie.
Well, that's good makeup. All right, do you know who this is or the movie? This is a deep cut because not a lot of people know about this movie. But I picked it for you, John.
You picked it for me. Is that
Great movie?
Is this is it Idiocracy?
Yes, it is Idiocracy. Good.
Yeah.
Do you know who that? Oh.
I've seen the movie many times.
Do you know the guy's name?
I think Stefan's right. I think
he got it.
Yep.
I was like, maybe John didn't read that, and he could. That's it. That's
I'll tell you what.
nice.
I didn't know that Terry Crews was a football player.
Yeah, he played for the Redskins. Yeah, he's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine now, so that's his current acting job.
Okay. And I didn't know that the Redskins were a football team, so I didn't know either of those.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a long time ago before they changed their name.
Yep.
Now, wasn't he also part of the linebacker, the office linebacker?
That's
was that
Terry
him, or was that a
Tate.
different? Terry Tate. There we go. That's right.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Next slide.
All right. I think we get time for one more. The Marshmallow Men are all dead, and they're scooping them up with a bulldozer as we speak.
They look like
This is a very strange. It's a strange halftime show. It's a good thing you were here with us on the Superbowl.
We saved you from that trauma. Oh, I know this one.
You know this movie.
I know this one. Yeah. That's I know the movie and I know the guy. So I'm not going to answer.
Oh, you're waiting until
I'm going to see if anybody else knows it.
Good.
The movie is a classic.
Chime in on the comment section.
A movie that could never be made today.
Alex Caress, that's right. And the movie is, well, she got that one too. Teach Kong. It was Blazing Saddles. Yep, there we go. Blazing Saddles and Alex Caress. Mongo. Yep. He punched a horse in that movie.
Yeah, that was my dad's favorite scene.
He punched a horse in the face in that movie.
That movie would never be made today. That could never be made today.
And fortunately, it doesn't need to be because it was already made. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our halftime show here, and we don't want to keep you away from the game. Actually, we're past the end of our halftime show. The clock is now going up. We're
in overtime.
4 minutes, okay.
giving you 4 minutes more than anybody asked for or anybody deserves. So now it's time for the halftime show Snappy wrap up, and here's Juan DeVivo.
Oh, hey, go make sure you go to johnbranion.com and subscribe and get in the click and get on our Telegram group and get on the Wise Fools Bible study and the comedy writing course and bonus video footage. And then make sure you know when the Starving Comics Quarantine Show signs up. Make sure you go to comedybrian.com.
That's correct.
For all your Comedy Brian needs, and he's got a podcast too. As well. And also don't forget about the Comedy Sojourn podcast and the Just Because I Love You podcast, all of those in the family of all the podcasts. And if you want to see Casting Crowns, we'll be going out west. Go to castingcrowns.com. And that's I'm still on the stage left. That's a term from the industry. But come see us and have a good time, and hope you have the rest of the see us next week at the same time. That 7 o'clock though, but not the same time. On the Starving Comics Quarantine Show. Thank you very much.